week. All right, let's head on over to another segment in our show that we call the Jason Snoot looks at stuff that we can't build ourselves.
Snace reacts.
Yeah, Snace reacts for sure. So let's check out some community highlights. Our community are very active when it comes to posting stuff and making really impressive builds. And
if you weren't aware.
If you aren't aware, then you're living on a rock, or maybe you just didn't visit any of the places where our community hang out. But there's a bunch of stuff coming up, so let's just dive straight into it. So first up is from Houghi, finally making a decent build, and I'm gonna rip on Houghi as much as I want because Houghi ripped on me. Houghi built a bunch of stuff in the Spire Coast, and then when we dropped it to 6, they were like, "Why didn't you warn us?" They were full aware.
Were they kidding or not?
No, they were full aware. They were full aware. Yeah. They knew what they were doing. They knew while we called them out every single week during the lead up to update 6.
True.
Yeah.
True. They woke up and chose violence.
Sure.
This looks really nice. Is there some color grading on this?
I don't know. I don't think so because there's probably color grading in the game, because one thing we did add with update 6 is that the areas have different color grading. So when you're in the swamp, it's much more desaturated, and when you're in Spire Coast, it's much more saturated.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of color, and they're right between. I'm assuming rocky. No, wait, this is the crater area, or the on top. It's close to rocky. No, this is what's that area called? It's in between swamp and. I can't change my mind. You got it's in between the swamp and the what's it called? Where the oil nodes are.
Where the oil nodes?
Yeah.
At the Spire Coast?
No, not at Spire Coast. The other side of the map, on the east side. There's
the Gold Coast?
Yeah, there's a bunch of geysers here. Yeah.
Wait, that's on the west though.
No, so I'm talking swamp, and then there's an area between the swamp and dune desert that got this red tinted foliage type thing going on. I think this is where they're at.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, which I could be, because sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
That might have that color grading there. Because because for some reason I thought that this was near the Spire Coast at first. And whatever color grading there might be, I feel like this wasn't the color grading of that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also thought it was Rocky Desert at first when I saw this. Or the in between then, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is. I think it's that middle. Yeah. We had one shot in the update 5 teaser where we're zip lining through a bunch of areas, and one of those areas is here. And it's close. Yeah, it's close to Blue Crater. Could be. I love that we spent more time talking about that. So I like this train station because it's it's not too crazy. It's very clean. It's very it envelops the train station very well, I think. It definitely looks like a buildable. You can't really distinguish where the buildable ends and where the train station starts, so to speak.
Yeah, and I also like that it kind of seems to fit pretty decently with the train. There's a tiny little bit of clipping on that one pole just there, but it looks like it sort of belongs there. It was built into the terrain, which is super nice as well, taking terrain into account. Yeah,
for sure. So I'm really digging this. Next up we have from Alex88FR.
Ooh.
Alex is back. Well, now Alex never left.
Boy.
Actually. So Alex has made a bunch of really clean builds, and I really dig this one because I feel like Alex has been sort of perfecting the sort of city skyline type of build, because this is one thing that we were kind of trying to get away from when we were doing update 5 is when people build stuff, it's just boxes everywhere, and that's sort of the goal we wanted to when we were making all the cosmetic options. Is we want better shapes out of the buildings, and this is still a box, but I think there's with the beams and the different material types, it definitely doesn't look very boxy.
It doesn't look like literal boxes.
Yeah,
exactly. It actually looks like a structure with that you might see in the real world.
Yeah.
Also, I'm digging the Mirror's Edge color theme.
Yeah,
color
exactly.
Scheme, rather.
Yeah. And you've got like the details with like the lights here, like looking down, and just the placement of stuff. It's just, I don't know how Alex gets away with it, but
is it the train goes underneath this? Wild.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just something they always manage to get it super clean and super like
looks great.
Yeah, detail.
Looks really good.
With with few things. Like this isn't like one of those builds where there's thousands of pillars everywhere. You know, this is still pretty clean, but also still looks busy. So I'm really digging that.
They're placing what they need to place.
Yeah, for sure. So this is an aluminium ingot factory situation going on. Maybe you could tell with the refineries, but you never know with the refineries, man.
Yeah, they're multi-purpose.
Yes. All right, so we talk about the new meta all the time on the stream. So here we go. Here's the new meta right here. This is a vending machine.
Vending machine meta?
yeah, for sure. This is definitely a new meta. So yeah, Go Mifune made this really cool fix-it fluid vending machine. This is all vanilla, and it's quote unquote just for fun. We take this very seriously, okay, Mifune? This is a serious vending machine situation.
Are there characters with like numbers inside a circle in regular text? Because that's a sign in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And if this is vanilla,
they must be using ASCII, like different ASCII symbols, because we include a lot of ASCII symbols on the signs. So I think you can recreate this.
Yeah, there might be a symbol for numbers in a circle or something.
Yeah, or maybe they're using like above the circle, they're using like some kind of like bracket thingy going on. I don't know. That's a good call, actually. I didn't think about that when I saw the numpad first.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Looks really good.
Or maybe there is like the whole alphabet within circles. I don't know.
Number in circle ASCII. Yes. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I can even see it in chat now. Very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's I'm gonna put that in the old memory bank, which is gonna disappear as soon as the stream ends.
19.
But yeah, like I said, this is the new meta, because Mifune isn't the only one who's done this. We also have XSEIDET.
Oh, is it Unicode? It's not ASCII, it's Unicode.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Unicode. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, the meta is going strong. Here's the snack vending machine.
Oh, hell yeah. Snack-ish.
Which I love this, because it's like it kind of works too, because you can grab the items from the
box down the bottom.
The storage box. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So totally works.
Well, it looks really good.
So yeah, but this one ate my dollar, unfortunately. And then we got a car vending machine. So this is
was
like
the previous one Mifune as well? Oh,
no, this is XSEIDET.
Okay.
And then Mifune made another one that is like a step up. So this is a car vending machine. So
Is Go Mifune Japanese by any chance?
Could be.
Did you notice? Okay, because
no idea.
I asked because it could be given the spelling, but like also in Japan they have parking lots like this in the cities. Like they're vertical parking lots that you the door opens up, you drive in, and then it's like on one of these like weird belt things. And so like vending machine spits out your car when you want to pick it up.
Gotcha.
To save space, right? Like a footprint. So like I wonder if that's what inspired this.
Actually, after reading my notes here, some people have already noticed what it is. So this is based on Carvana from Arizona. So this is a car vending machine.
Okay, cool. Actual vending machine.
And I'm curious, what does that look like? Carvana. Now I need to know. There's an app. Carvana app. Whoa. Whoa, this is weird. Yeah, you need to look this up too. Interesting.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has got to be based on that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is. I love that there's a lot of cyber wagons.
Yeah, I mean, naturally.
Yeah, that's the one you want to get, right? Put it on stream. That's too much effort. I probably should have prepared and put it in the slides. Anyways, next up is we have from XBB 1024. Spire Coast builds look super good. I don't know what it is. Like, so far everything I've seen that people have built in the Spire Coast just looks good.
Yeah, and I love the is juxtaposition the right word here? I don't know, but like the nature in the front, the organic in the front, and the industrial in the back. I dig it. Also, these buildings reminded me of apartment buildings at first glance in a big city.
Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah.
They're not obviously, but
they could be if you like living with a loud ass fuel generator.
Yeah, I had the urge to say that I would live here, but it would be loud. But it's also loud here, as you've probably heard many times before.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's louder, next to those buildings or where I live right now. So
probably you're fucking outside your apartment.
Maybe. It's pretty loud.
Yeah. Like a fucking pit stop right outside your apartment.
Yeah.
This
looks really nice.
It is really nice. It makes sense to make fuel power towers here because there's a bunch of oil here. I'm really curious because I've been thinking about this as well while I've been playing. Like, I really look forward to, because if you guys didn't know, we plan to add more nodes to the Spire Coast. Right now it's just oil nodes here, but in the future, not in update 6, but like sometime later after that, we intend to have a better diverse set of nodes here, so you can better set up shop here. And I'm really curious what's gonna happen to the builds that are going here after that happens, because so far most builds I see here are rated to power, because if you want to build something else here, you have to ship in a bunch of items, which some people do. But I'm really looking forward to when we change up the nodes here. See what people make.
One other thing here is I wonder if they've used like SaveEdit or something to copy paste, because it looks like all the buildings are the same. And I mean, maybe they went and built the exact same buildings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus times.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but it could be. You never know.
Yeah.
And some people are determined like that. They do like their building.
Yep.
They do like building
either way. I mean, do what you got to do, but it's just observation. Sometimes I'm curious about the process that people go.
Yeah, for sure.
People take to make what they make.
For sure. Next is from HedgieBot, who has rebuilt their coal setup. I like this. I like that I still see new, like typical classical like coals, 32 by 32 coal generator setup thingies. Like I feel like I've seen them all, but yet I still run into different design patterns that people make. So I really like this one where they've done like the thing where they space out batteries between the coal generators.
Oh yeah, that's sick actually.
And they're running pipes underneath the floor here to like pull them up to the conveyor. So really liking this, and it is almost like its own, secluded little area, because you've got the like port or whatever here. Like if you want to enter, and I guess they're using trucks to grab the coal that are like right outside here. There's a bunch of coal nodes here, and then driving them over here.
Nice
the beans,
parking spots there.
Yeah, the bean is a little bit curious. Well, like what's going on here? They're doing.
They made it bean proof. Dude, they made it bean proof, but you can't get there.
Can't get in.
But yeah, this is really nice because this is like more of a, in a way, it's kind of like the classic coal generator build, right? Like this is sort of the first coal generator setup anyone builds. But it's taken to like a different level, It's taken the classic template and improved upon it.
I definitely get the vibe that they set up coal and then they progressed, and now they're at the point where like, okay, I need a little bit more power, and they go back, and instead of making like another set of coal generators, they just like rebuilt everything and set it up again. So very nice. Next up is from JohnyAngelo, who's continuing the meta, the big old meta of bridges.
This is an interesting bridge.
This is an interesting bridge because all it's transporting is one pipe.
It's just a pipe.
Yeah, but the meta was so strong that they couldn't not make a bridge out of it. So very, very well done, Johnny. I'm very proud, keeping the meta alive.
Looks really good.
Yeah,
looks really good.
And it looks really good. Yeah,
it looks really good in the Spire Coast too. I mean, everything looks good in the Spire Coast. But
yeah.
The bright blue sky too.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back.
Next up, we have from Dainythedragon, who is just setting up oil. I like this. I don't know what it is with this image, but it's something with this image that's just piqued my interest. Even though it's a bunch of refineries and just catwalk, but it's like I feel like
it's the catwalk.
Yeah,
it's the lights too.
Lights and like the fact that it feels like it's underneath the ground.
Yeah,
it
feels like it, but I don't think it is, though.
No, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, they were just like pretty. It's a cool screenshot I took while working on some oil stuff. Yeah. Wondering what other people think, and I think it looks great.
I think it's fantastic. Well done, Dainythedragon. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Simple but clean. Simple and clean.
All right.
We both just thought of Kingdom Hearts.
Shut up!
Fucking called out.
You didn't need to call it out because we both knew, but the smirk we both made. So stupid.
Hey, not Final Fantasy. It has Final Fantasy.
Yeah, actually not Final Fantasy. You guys
actually
can't.
Not Final Fantasy.
Shut up.
Saw that coming. Oh my god.
Yeah. Jeez.
Actually banning this guy.
God damn it, now I have that song in my head. Next up is for all you Lord of the Rings enthusiasts. djcorny made like the Stargate build from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, this is in episode 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one where Frodo goes, and my axe.
Yeah.
It's funny too because their comment is like totally loaded the wrong game. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, it looks like a game in a game, right? It looks like Satisfactory is outside.
Yeah.
You messed up your install directories.
I'm really curious if this is like a. I wonder what the exterior looks like because this could be like a starfighter kind of thing. If it's the Star Destroyer or if it's like the Death Star or something else.
My mind immediately went to it's a film set, and the second you leave this thing and look back at it, the illusion is destroyed.
It could be.
It's just like wooden beams holding it up.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
You actually never can know. Unless you look.
Unless you're djcorny.
Or if you're djcorny, they can know.
Based on the second Death Star. Okay, so it's based on the interior of the Death Star, but I don't know how far. Okay. Because making the Death Star is a lot of work. I've seen some people do like a small version of it, but or I've seen people make. Actually, I just retracted that statement because I've seen people make big versions of that too, with like full-on interior and everything.
Wait, interior?
Yeah, like they built the Death Star, but there's stuff going on inside it. So there's factories in there.
Oh shit.
So like I don't mean like one-to-one replication of the Death Star.
I was just curious, like how full was it exactly? What was actually happening?
No. It's there's like stuff going on, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of full-on scale, big scale stuff, we got yokmosho or yokmosho.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like a spider.
Yeah, it does. Looks like the spider from Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah.
Spider.
Yes. Will Smith's Oscar-winning performance in Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
You know, my eye is also drawn to the highway on the left-hand side, and for some reason I really dig that, despite the fact that the Wild Wild West spider is actually here. This is cool. What's going on? Nuclear.
So it's nuclear setup. It's they spent 160 hours to get the nuclear facility up and running. All parts for the entire nuclear fuel and recycling production was made from either swamp resources or belted from the Blue Crater and from the Northern Desert. So good work. A lot of stuff going here. By the way, just a quick side note here, okay? Speaking of Wild Wild West, there is I don't know what you search for here, but there's a rant by, what's his name? Silent Bob? What's his name? Kevin?
Oh.
Kevin Smith. Okay, cool. Yeah. There's a really good like rant from Kevin Smith when he was writing for Superman, and it ties into the Wild Wild West. If you check it out, just I don't want to spoil it because it's probably a long video, but I can't remember. But it's pretty good. He talks about
Kevin Smith's rant on Wild Wild.
On Superman, no Superman, or like he was a writer for Superman for a bit, and then they because he's a huge comic book fan, So he really wanted to make a Superman film. And he got the opportunity to like write one, but the process of making it was kind of weird with the producers, and he ended up not doing it. He ended up bailing on that project for many reasons. It's a fun video. It's a fun anecdote. It ties into the spider.
Is it Superman Lives?
Could be.
All right. Well, I've got it on a tab, so I'm gonna check that out later.
So just recommended reading. Just recommended reading. Okay. Next up is from.
We want a 500-word essay on that.
Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna quiz you all after that. So here's. Wait. I've messed up. Wait, one second. What was it? No. We're going back. I don't know how I managed to mess this up.
Ridiculous.
The slides moved around. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah, Jace got a little
pull the curtain
preview here, but
yeah.
Where was the last one? Okay. Setting back up again.
All right, here we go.
Booting it back up again. All right. Back to the pile. All right. So,
hell yeah.
Next up is from XSEIDET again.
Oh, I see.
Who,
wow.
This is so cool looking. Like, holy shit. This is
Dude.
apparently completely vanilla, by the way.
All right.
They write BFT vanilla, no mods at all. Concrete factory. So yeah, and you got the truck for scale. When I saw this image at first, I didn't like react to too much. I just it's our truck. But then I was like, but our truck doesn't look like that. And then I saw the truck in the image, and I was like, what?
This thing's incredible.
This thing is
massive.
Incredible.
Those wheels are so cool.
Yeah, the wheels are like the pillars, the frame pillars, and then they use.
Yo,
yes.
I would live there. I would live there. I would live in the truck, dude.
Oh, it's so cool.
Look how sick this truck is. If you want to move, you just drive around.
Yeah, so this is the interior of the truck. So this is yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, man. Got the sign set up.
I don't know why, but like the thought of being in this truck, living in it, and like driving around, and with that interior shot that we had just before.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it gives me Cowboy Bebop vibes. For some reason.
It reminds.
Just not in space, that's all.
Yeah, it reminds me of, what is that movie called? There's a movie where they have like castles on tanks, and it's like post-apocalyptic, where they're like hunting down other castles, smaller castles, and it's like Britain. If Mortal Engines, that's the one. Yeah,
bigger.
Mortal Engines. It reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I don't know if you've seen that film. It's a strange film.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's the one.
Mortal Kombat. Ding 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 ding.
Why do I feel like Charlie would be good for that?
Wait, oh,
Mortal Kombat.
For sure. Mortal Kombat, yeah, baby. All right, anyways.
Yeah, baby.
We got another one from Gomifuni here. Just another cute one. I don't know why I didn't order them together, but a little substation for hydroelectric dams. Damn. Very nice. With the little.
It's like an Xbox. It's got like the X in the middle there, and then if you look at the power poles from the top down, they make like an X.
Yeah.
X power.
It's nice. It's like
yeah.
I love when people do this because like this doesn't do anything. I assume
just looks good. Yeah.
It just looks good. It just adds to the world when you're running through it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite builds was someone who sent from our community that we're using for like we used for something in our trailers or something like that. They built like this huge dam, and it didn't have any purpose. It didn't produce anything. It was just super cool looking. And I just love that people do that. Exponential power. Wow, y'all are so fucking funny.
Holy go.
We got
only comedians allowed in this stream.
It's like when you join our stream, instead of it saying like subscriber only, it's saying like comedian only. And you guys
tell a funny joke. There's like a bouncer standing there going, say something funny, go on.
Exactly.
And then you tell them a joke and they don't laugh, but they're like, that was pretty good, get in.
Yeah, you're allowed in. Like lifts the chain.
Yep.
Next up is from Vencam, who another clean like train station setup here.
I just like the colors.
I like the colors. I like the setup here. So like the train coming in for the unloading process into this factory. Yeah, digging it.
Sushi fuel rods? I need to know the story. I need the whole story. Also, I really like that down ramp.
Down ramp. Oh, you mean the
bottom, right by the name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little. No, not up there. Down the bottom, right by the name. There's like a little thing that goes underground. Nope. Down left.
Oh, this thing. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Subway entrance.
Holy shit!
Like
I didn't see that.
Subway. Yeah. It's really cool.
Really nice. I guess like sushi fuel rods. Maybe they're like mixing something. I don't know. This is for uranium processing, minus the uranium.
Or maybe it's just they're just making sushi.
Yeah.
Just cooking.
Yeah. Just cooking. Uranium sushi.
Yeah. I would eat here.
You know, I would dine here. That's true.
I would.
This is probably a fine establishment.
Yep. Minimum 4.
Yeah, exactly.
4 stars on Yelp. Mm-hmm. Offers nuclear waste for berry. Yes. Good deal. Wait. Actual lizard doggo in our chat.
Actual lizard doggo? Wow. Keep it away from me. I can't stop my urges. Next up is from RLMaverick, who's been doing something. I've been thinking. Okay, I don't know why, but I've been thinking a lot about this recently. So this is a pretty miner. I've seen a lot of some other people do this as well, where instead of just placing down a miner on just like pulling stuff from it, they build like a little house around it, or like make it look more like a bigger thing. This is something that I've been thinking a lot recently. I don't know why, but it's just I feel the same way. Whenever I place a miner, I always feel like I should do more with this. Like it just feels.
Yeah, once you put it down, you forget about it entirely, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're immediately thinking about your production. Afterwards, it's kind of just there doing its thing. You never go back and look at it, right? Generally, players put very little thought, I guess, into the miner because it's just the beginning, right?
Yeah, and it's.
But you know, without the miner, you would have nothing else.
Yeah, that's true.
So give the miner some love.
And here it is, getting some love. Somebody mentioned this is definitely the new meta. I concur. This is definitely the new meta. Yeah.
Live. Discover your game 6 days ago. Already been 54 hours in. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Just make sure you shower, eat healthy, pee and poop when you need to. Try and talk to friends and stuff if you can. Stretch.
Yeah, get up.
You need to take care of yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's good.
Yeah. This is also a nice spot for this miner. This is like this is close to where we saw the coal generator thingy before. So it's in the like western green fields kind of. You go up the cliff. There's like a lake here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a copper node, I think. I can't remember. Anyways, really pretty. Like
also just a really good screenshot, actually. Like,
yeah.
You know, like it's one thing just to build things that look good, but like actually taking good screenshots is, you know, I can't do that well. It takes. Yeah, you got to get composition exactly, and this is really really good. I love the flora in the foreground and the you know like the darker colors in the middle and the nice greens on the outside. Really cool, actually.
It's like framing the miner.
Yep.
Super good. Super clever. Next up is, speaking of good shots, I mean, like our new sky really like atmosphere system makes it easy. But yeah, this is another really cool shot of
those clouds.
Yeah. Wide factory, got a bunch of clouds, a little bit of green. You know, this is like I'm assuming the edge of Dune Desert where you're meeting the Spire Coast, kind of, or the middle ground area. With a really impressive factory and just an impressive shot overall.
Oh yeah, I see what this is. So like the big rock wall is kind of behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that makes sense because the Titan Forest is in the back, on the right there.
It's not big enough, guys. What the hell? This is definitely big.
It is big. It's massive. Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah.
I love the big pipe that runs along the side there too.
I was gonna mention that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's an oil
super
pipe,
nice.
Super cool, and I guess like easy to just expand too, because you have like the whole northern, like the whole Dune Desert behind you too.
Mm-hmm.
So really nice. And yeah, they just mentioned newest factory at tier 5 so far. So halfway through the game, kinda-ish.
Kinda. Oh man, I wonder if I'll ever finish tier 7, 8.
Past tier, yeah, past half. The tier numbers are definitely not linear.
No, they're not.
So I think some people have commented that are like, oh sweet, you're at tier 7. Finally, you're getting to the middle game. I was like, wait. You've passed the tutorial. Like, wait. What do you mean? Kind of true though.
Don't tell people they just passed the tutorial when they're like, hell yeah, I finished tier 5. Let them have their moment.
Yeah. You don't know. Next up is from Dino Gamer 396.
Oh, what's this? What is this technology?
Yeah, newfound technology that...
Yeah.
I don't know if Fixit approves of this, but maybe they do. This is the... They finally embraced the floating factory.
Yep. This is what you use Samor for.
I wonder...
They finally unlocked it.
Could be. Who knows? I wonder if they made the factory, like, just placed down the foundations and they built, and just like people will comment like, oh, shouldn't you build the rest of the factory? And they were just like, yeah, maybe I should. And then at some point they're like, I don't fuck it. It's floating. Okay, it's just flying. Whatever.
You know what's really interesting about this is like it's really fancy, but like the building on top kind of just looks like a really normal house. On top of this floating alien technology on this alien planet.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that in...
I do too. Yeah.
Have you seen Fifth Element?
Oh, a long time ago. I don't really remember the details.
So, do you remember the like flying Thai cart or whatever that he orders from?
I'll Google it.
Yeah, there's like a scene where he's eating like noodles or something. I think it's a noodle cart actually. And it's like a classic, typical like or a traditional like I think it's like it's a spaceship, and they've got like the typical like traditional like Chinese or Japanese or kind of like building on it.
I guess, yeah.
There's something with like that. I'm getting that kind of vibe with this, where it's like it's newfound technology at the bottom, but like top is all traditional, you know, like. Typical. So I'm digging
Danny's
that.
getting Japanese vibes from this. I was thinking it looked more like the houses I saw in Japan when I was there too, actually. So
yeah. But very nice. They didn't specify what they were producing here, but I'm assuming since it's close.
They're farming Reddit karma. Yeah, that's what they're producing. 1,000 Reddit karma per minute. Let's go,
money.
baby. Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, for sure. Next up is from Arkyris, who's made this majestic building. And this is apparently just raw storage distribution.
No, this is where you fight the final boss.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like the pre-fight is here in the lobby. This cool like. It's kind of cool because it's like a glass house because there's water here and like this little island here.
This is actually really stunning.
Yeah. And the way they've done the walkways. Super cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
I mean, I could say that about just about every slide that pops up. But
that is true. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So this is
super cool.
Apparently like a storage distribution center kind of deal. There are no items running on the belts yet, or maybe they're coming out of it. I don't know. But yeah, nice. there's got to be some shit here. Okay. There's some storage happening. Okay.
When this thing is running, it's gonna, you know, if you look at it, you get 1 FPS.
Yeah. This baby can fit so many reduced FPS.
Yeah. You fight Katarina in there, yeah, but then you think it's the final boss fight, but then the next fight pops up out of nowhere, and you're like in space with like explosions everywhere around you, and you're just fighting this like big lizard doggo or something.
It's definitely like a Resident Evil type fight where you first fight like just a normal human being, and then they're just like, oh no, I'm defeated. Let me just pop pill in my butt, and then just transform into this huge ass.
What Resident Evil games you've been playing?
What Resident games have you been?
It's not Resident Evil, dude. It's
sure,
not Resident Evil. Sure, it's not Resident. It's not Resident Evil.
Moving on to This one from morphlex.
Oh, cool.
Really clever usage of frames and signs. I have not thought about doing this. And now that I see it, I'm like, of course you could do it this way.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh, it's so clever.
Also super cool to see like that they've positioned this other structure on the left there.
Yeah.
You know, to actually catch the light.
Yeah. Yeah,
really cool.
You get it's cool too because they got like this perfect origin teal kind of deal going on with, which is like also color, what's it called? Complementing colors. So really nice job. So this is a fuel power plant. You can see the oil thingy here, and then it goes up.
It's one hell of a fuel power plant.
It sure is. I wonder what this is. Like
art.
I wonder if this is art or if there's something else happening here.
It's so cool though. Like, is it a logo? It almost looks like a clock, right? Like I can imagine like these hands turning or something. But
yeah, or like a sundial or something like that.
Yeah.
Really cool. But I was mostly stricken by like that one detail here with using the frames behind, in front of the signs, and then blasting the emissive color on the signs. Really clever. Real
96
clever.
generators. Morphlex is in the chat right now.
Jeez.
Great build. Great build. Super nice.
Do you really need that many generators, chat? Like,
look at this structure. It's beautiful.
Look
we
at
need
this
it. We
graph.
all need it. Look at this graph.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I like it. Next up is from Scratch Games. Who apparently also needs a lot of power.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then look at it in the background. There's something just as big as what we're looking at back there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's just no stopping you people.
Holy cow.
Yeah, this is a huge, the new power station. Huge, tons of nuclear. Got the green energy vibe going on. And yeah, I just love this middle thing here, which you see like at the back here.
Yeah.
And then from the inside, they've got a bunch of storage.
Yeah,
so really clever usage of
this. Would have taken so long.
Yeah.
It's so cool, though. I love the little stands for each of the power. Man.
Yeah.
Man, part of the reason... Oh, man. I can't... I wish I could think of this kind of stuff.
I also wish I could think of this. Because, like, it's twofold. Because it's both the fact that it took so long to make this, probably. And the fact that, like, how did they come up with this? Like, this hurts my brain just trying to conceive this.
Yeah.
It's super impressive, and be able to execute as well. Because there's one thing when you have like an idea of how to do it, but like being able to execute it too and
actually
make it make sense.
Yeah.
And then this is producing stuff. Like that's the other thing. Like with our game, it's just not it's not only cosmetic things. It's just like it also makes sense and it fits and all the conveyor belts and blah blah blah. Like it's so much work. Holy shit.
Yeah. Super impressed. Great job.
Yeah. So very nicely done, everyone.
Oh, and the sky back there as well in that picture was so good.
Yeah,
like,
man.
The stars and stuff. Wow.
So good. So very nicely done, everyone. Super impressed. I'm always impressed. I can't believe that people are able to pull off these nutty factory builds. As always, whenever we look for stuff to showcase on our community highlights, we tend to dive into Twitter, and when we do, we check out the hashtag Satisfactory screenshots. And then if I'm on Reddit and I'm doing the same thing, like I want to dive into the cool stuff, then please make sure to use the screenshot flare on Reddit so I can catch it. And we also highlight a content creator on this segment, and this time around is no exception. This time I want to highlight buzzbomb. So buzzbomb has made a as a pretty new YouTube channel. I think they've also been streaming for quite some time. They made a video about scalability, which I think is something that now that we have update 6 coming out, there's been a bunch of new players coming into Satisfactory. And one of the things that maybe you don't think about, like when you're getting into the game, is when you're making factories, you probably want to dismantle them. Like when you're starting out factories, sort of, because you probably feel like, oh, I can make it better, or I can like now that I unlock like better miners or something like that, you want to replace it with like better production chains. But one thing you can actually do is you can try and when you're starting out, make it so that your factories are scalable from the get-go, so you don't really need to dismantle everything if you want to like make a bigger chain or something or something like that. And this is what this video is about. This video is about 5 tips that you can use to better scale your factory buildings. So let's give that a look.
I want to see. I need to learn.
Tip number 3, be consistent. I always place my smelter lines on 3 foundations. I always place my double constructor lines on 5 foundations. I always place my conveyor lift holes on the center line of the foundation and 2 clicks in from the edge. I always leave 1 click between the lift and the first splitter or merger so that I can see the parts on the belt. I always control snap the machines into place. I always control snap the mergers and splitters onto the belts. Being consistent means I don't have to think about layout and spacing when I come back later to extend the production line. Tip number 4, double up production lines. As we saw, production lines can become very long, so having 2 machines share either an input belt or an output belt can cut the length of the line in half. The recipe dictates which belt is shared. If the number of items needed is less than the number of items created, then the input shares a belt. If the recipe consumes more items than it creates, then the output belt is shared. For example, cable uses 2 wires to create 1 cable, so the output belt is shared in the middle and the input belts are on the outside.
Yes, so it might be weird that we just started on tip number 3, but I really urge you guys to check out this video. It's really good. There's 5 tips on what to think about, and this is a pretty small YouTube. Like there's only like 10 or something subs, so please give them a little love from the Satisfactory community, because I think they're really good tips on that channel. And they also stream, so do give them a little look. I see Jace has already jumped on the CC highlight command, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Oh,
all
yeah,
over it.
boy.
Yo, 17
Yeah,
subs?
baby.
Yo, this is a crime.
It is a crime. This is a really good channel. So yeah. Fantastic. Good times were had by all.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's me done, folks. I'm out of here. You enjoy hanging with Snoot for State of Dave and the Q&A section, but I'm still on break, so I'm just hanging out for the community highlights only. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Had a great time. Thanks for all the submissions for community highlights. It was amazing. I'm gonna go enjoy my HelloFresh now. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Nice to have you here, Jace. Bye.
See ya.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice.